Hey everyone, I'm Armor Gaming. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a monster review / level 1 to 100 on Wolfgang. And I want to give a huge thanks to Wolfgang himself for letting me use his account to make this video. That's right, you guys all know Wolfgang. He always lets me use his account for Monster Legend videos, and look, he got his very own monster. Totally not salty armor. Alright, let's begin. The cool thing about this monster is that he actually utilizes skills from the group 1. Group 1 skills are actually quite amazing. Really, this was one of them actually. Savage Attack. Deals moderate earth damage to all enemies, requires cooldown. It requires absolutely 0 stamina and it has a 1 turn cooldown. And then this is other skills group 1 skill. A Shadow on the Forest. Deals moderate earth damage to all enemies, applies evasion to itself, requires cooldown. Evasion lasts for 2 turns, it costs 24 stamina, 4 turn cooldown. But basically, as soon as you use a Shadow on the Forest and deal AoE damage, earth-based AoE damage to all the enemy monsters, then you're protected, and then you can use your other AoE skill, Savage Attack. And so these two skills combo. This one doesn't even require stamina, and then the cool thing is, because you have evasion for 2 turns, nothing can touch you. You can't get frozen, you can't get stunned, you can't get possessed, you can't get any mega variation, you can't get total blind, any DOT, you can't get your stamina drained, or you can't get hit with cooldowns activated anymore thanks to the recent buff to evasion. So this monster I love. First of all, can we just take the time to appreciate his monster design? It is beautiful. We can't appreciate it now because he jumped away, but just look at that. He's such a great monster with great skills. And then he's also really unique because his other skills, they're like, gives light protection, dark protection, magic protection, or you can even have skills that gives him haters, dark hater, magic hater, light hater, but at the same time they also make him vulnerable to those elements. So we're just going to skip to level 100, and then I can showcase what I think the best skills are, and then I can showcase this monster in player versus player. And so this is what I believe the best skill set for Wolfgang to be: Dark Moon Howl and Full Moon Roar. Full Moon Roar deals moderate spell damage to one enemy, and it applies light hater and gives light weakness to itself. Dark Moon Howl is the dark version of that, applies dark hater and dark weakness to itself. So he deals triple damage against dark monsters, but he also takes more damage from dark based attacks. And then as for Full Moon Roar, once again he deals triple damage against light-based monsters, but he takes more damage from light-based attacks. And if you want to, as I mentioned, you can apply the magic version, in which he inflicts triple damage to magic monsters, but takes more damage from monster-based attacks, or you can apply the protection skills. Now in my personal opinion, I don't think he needs the protection skills just because he has that double evasion. And ideally, the whole strategy is going to be to turn transfer into Wolfgang as soon as you can and set up a Shadow in the Forest, use the attack, deal damage to the enemy monsters, set up your evasion, and then just wait for your next turn in which you do Savage Attack and finish off the enemy monsters. And that is just basically going to be the strategy. There's not too much to it. It's so straightforward. What I really like about the monster is the fact that the evasion is not a 1 turn, but a 2 turn, meaning that even if something goes wrong after you do Savage Attack, you have another turn of being protected. But another cool thing is that if you partner this monster up with a support monster that can give him double damage and increased accuracy, then when you do your Savage Attack, nothing can go wrong. You're going to have a free attack that absolutely cannot miss, and it's going to deal a lot of damage. And then even if for some reason you had your stamina drained, you had no stamina, you can still use Savage Attack. I love this monster so much. He's so cool. Design wise, skill wise, he's so unique. Oh, and by the way, as for his ultimate, it's called Werewolf Again. Deactivates all cooldowns on its health, heals by 100%, gives 100% of stamina, and an immediate extra turn to himself. So this monster possibly has the potential to turn the game around. Let's say we're about to lose. Let's say he's the last monster, and then you get your turn in, and he gets his ult. He gets a full stamina restore, full life restore, an immediate extra turn, which means if you can use a Shadow in the Forest, that battle's going to keep on going because you can protect yourself for 2 more turns. How crazy is that? And not only that, depending on what enemy monsters you face, because this is the obvious combo, right? Shadow in the Forest, Savage Attack, you can also set up depending on who you're facing. For example, you can do a Shadow in the Forest if you're facing a really tanky dark monster or a really tanky light monster. Well, then just set up the Dark Moon Howl or the Full Moon Roar. Set up either of these 2 skills, and then you can inflict triple damage with your next attack. And by the way, the reason I chose these 2 skills, Dark Moon Howl in particular, is because one of the books he's in is the Evil Legions book, and in the Evil Legions book, there are so many dark monsters. 25 of the legendary monsters that belong to the Evil Legions book are dark based, and these includes monsters like Isofex, like Martha McBlood, like Undertaker, like Jazzastar, Balthasar, Nishan's Pet, General Nishan, Krampus. There's just a good amount of dark based monsters in the Evil Legions book, and especially some team race monsters. Like for example, Undertaker is one you can always encounter in a team war situation. Isofex, Undertaker, and Balthasar, they're all team race monsters, so a lot of players actually have them ranked up. So having a skill that can give you triple damage, especially against the Undertaker, that can really help you take that monster down. And then he's also in the Underworld book, and in this book you can find the Undertaker, you can find Jazzstar and Balthasar. So again, having Dark Moon Howl could really help you out. As for Full Moon Roar, the reason I chose this over the magic based skill is because in the Evil Legion specifically, you can encounter the Nemesis monster Lum, and you can also encounter El Canine. Those are monsters you can easily run into, and so I thought it might be advantageous to have a light hater. And then as for Underworld light monsters, it's really just Demise, Ragnail, and Scotty Veta, so not too many monsters, but you can definitely run into Demise a lot. So I personally think this is better than the magic versions, but if you disagree with me, feel free to run some other skill. And as far as for relics, this monster can hold the Sword Relic and the Amulet Relic. As for the Amulet Relic, well, you're pretty much free to choose whatever you want. One of the most popular ones, the Healing Amulet, can be used. It's a bronze relic. It can restore his life if he drops below 50%, but considering he can give himself evasion, I really don't see this monster ever taking damage. By the time this monster takes damage, no, it's not going to happen. You're going to kill the enemy monsters. As for the sword, you want to do something that can inflict further damage to the enemy monster, depending on what the enemy monster has. For example, or something that drains stamina, like the Soul Shattering Greatsword. If the enemy targets are possessed or stunned, they lose some stamina. And then of course you have access to like the Silver Swords, deals X amount of damage if the target is frozen, deals X amount of damage if the monster is stunned. It really just depends on what you have to utilize, but seriously, if you had the legendary Jakugan sword, that would really be ideal. And then as for runes, this monster is a pure attacker, so you want to give him at least one high level strength rune, at least one high level. As for the other two runes, it can be 2 speed, it can be a single speed, a team speed, it can be 2 team speed, or you can give him 2 red runes, 2 strength runes, and then a team speed or a single speed. And again, this is going to differ from player to player depending on what you have to utilize. For example, if you have a really fast monster that can typically deny or that can churn transfer, if you have a Demise, a Sammy that can immediately churn transfer, then you probably want to give your monster team speed. That way it helps your monster go first and you can pull off the combo. Now Wolfgang specifically has asked me to give this monster 2 level 10 strength runes. That's right, of course you're going to give the best runes to a monster that's named after you, and then he wants a level 10 speed rune. So this is by the request of Wolfgang, and we're really going to see how powerful this monster can be. Oh goodness, let's do this. So right now I'm running team speed holders, that way they can give my Wolfgang an advantage of going first. I didn't know the enemy would only have 2 monsters, although it worked out. I specifically targeted a monster on the defense log because I wanted to take on Tymeron, just so I can show that cooldowns activated can't do anything against me. So right now I'm just going to start off with the Shadow on the Forest, deal AoE damage, earth-based AoE damage to the enemy monsters. There we go, look at that, stun, missed, gonna recharge with my monster. Please do cooldowns activated. No, he did loop damage, that's fine with me, I don't really mind. So now the attacks are going to be reflected. I really want him to do cooldowns activated, so I'm just going to go ahead and recharge, and then let's see what happens. Try to daze me, nope, not going to work. As for my Baylor, just going to recharge again. As for my Necromancer, once again, she's going to recharge. Come on, Timmy, do cooldowns activated. Cooldowns activated. There it is. Bam, cooldowns activated. Doesn't matter, I have evasion. And so, as you can see, I can still utilize all of my skills. Savage attack. Bam. It missed on Alex Bone. But normally that's what you would do. And this is why normally you would want to bring an ally that can give you some sort of buff, some sort of increased accuracy, some sort of double damage buff. Anything seriously helps. Going back to Wolfgang, now the enemy monster has evasion, so it looks like this battle just continues. Gonna recharge, gonna go ahead and click auto, and poisonous sight, and savage attack, and it missed. Darn it. And then my Necromancer got his ultimate, but there we go. On to the next battle. Alright, so in this next battle we have monsters that can give themselves extra turns. We're fighting a Charmless and we're fighting a Voltic. So we're gonna start off with a Shadow on the Forest, once again, AoE earth-based attack, and then I get evasion, so they can attack me as much as they want. It's not gonna do anything to me. And I even brought Yamada, specifically Yamada, because I can do Trust the Owl, which will give double healing and damage boost to my monsters. So now my Wolfgang will be even stronger, and if I want to, I could even set up increased accuracy. So I'm just gonna recharge, I'm gonna click auto, and I'm gonna let Charmless just attack as much as he wants. Oh, I forgot Necromancer gets anticipation. So let's do a lot of recharge. So recharge, and then Voltic. If Charmless would have stayed alive, I feel like he would have kept attacking my monster not being able to do anything. So we're just going to recharge for a while, just to see. I'm hoping, honestly, if he was to kill my monsters, I wouldn't care, because Wolfgang can't die. He did aggression. Wolfgang can't die, and then he's free to kill everyone. Let's go ahead and just do Savage Attack. Cost me no stamina, and it killed all the enemy monsters. Look how powerful it was. Alright, this time we're taking on a Silotus, an Undertaker, a Baylor. They're all going before me, so they're probably going to kill my Wolfgang. But that's fine, because I can just resurrect him. But this is why it's super important to have a monster that can just easily turn transfer into him, so you can set up that evasion. So let's do worms, let's bring him back from the dead. And where the heck is my Wolfgang in the turn order? Let me spam this skill and hope that I can get my ult. Because if not, I am in trouble. What happened to Wolfgang? Is Fat Tip still messing up? So, come on, ultimate. Come on, Necromancer. I need you to save the day because I have no idea what happened with that revival. So if I don't get the ult here, I'm just going to have to recharge. Oh, Energizer Staff. I get a couple more recharges and awesome. Or a couple more ults. Or a couple more chance to get my ults. Come on, come on, come on. 5% chance. Where are you? This is going to be my last chance. And nothing. So I'm going to recharge and let's see what happens. Alright, let's go ahead and do Infected Breath. Alright, so Wolfgang finally got a turn in, and this is awesome. I'm actually encountering a dark monster, so I'm going to be able to use my Dark Moon Hell. Now, oh actually I'll kill him because I have triple damage. But before I do that, I need to make sure I stay alive. As you can see, I have Quicksand. The curse countdown is going to kill me. So let's see, I'll just do a Shadow on the Forest, give myself 2 turn evasion, and now I have a chance to win essentially. We'll win with Wolfgang, 1 turn before death. We'll do Rotten Claw, Decomposing Body. Let's just, oh man, as much as I want to set up Dark Moon Howl, I'm just going to kill Undertaker so this match doesn't end up in a loss. I'm going to go ahead and do, let's steal some life. And then my Wolfgang gets the next attack and, oh darn it, I should have left it for Wolfgang. Well, there you go, another successful victory. Let's keep on going. Let's do one final attack. We're facing a Baba Yaga, we're facing a Voltic, a Barakor, 2 very powerful monsters. As usual, we're going to set up the 2 turn evasion. A Shadow on the Forest. Can't hurt me, Voltic. Let's see what you do. We're going to click auto. 50k volts. Miss. Anticipation kicks in. I keep forgetting. Anticipation kicks in. I'm going to attack Burrito. Got to make sure he doesn't. Well, it doesn't matter. He can't kill Wolfgang, and that's the important part. So, dealt a lot of damage. Recover life. Static shock. Attack Wolfgang again, but that's a miss. This time, I'm going to go after Baba Yaga. And now they're both within dying. So, this is cool. This video showcases Necromancer and how good he is at level 100, and it also showcases Wolfgang and how he's just, I love this little combo of Wolfgang endlessly getting attacked by the enemy Volt and me not even caring because he has evasion. And as for my Necromancer, he just gets anticipation every single turn. So that's awesome. Alright, we're gonna recharge. And Volt, what are you gonna do? Static shocks. Sorry, that doesn't really do anything. And I even got my ult. But we're not going to use my ults. This is not a Necromancer video. This is a Wolfgang video. So let's just get rid of Voltic. He's annoying. And we're just going to recharge. And I got another ult. The game doesn't want me to win with Wolfgang. Recharge. We'll let Baba Yaga do her thing. Actually, Baba Yaga is a good monster to encounter because she can actually remove positive effects. So she can actually remove my evasion. But look at that. That enemy Baragor just has triple damage. And he attacked my Wolfgang. Thank goodness I had evasion on. And now I'm pretty much free to win. Look at that. I got some stamina drained. Regardless, let's do Savage Attack. And bam, wipeout. And so I really hope everyone enjoyed this video. Once again, a huge thanks to Wolfgang for letting me use your account to make a video on Wolfgang. Thanks so much, and I will see you all next time.